today. From Bank of America.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Smith going to go to the air first play. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
The 30.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Smith's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
Geno down to throw. This is caught.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Connor will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and it pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Raheem Mostert with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The numbers for Evans a week ago: 9 catches, 133 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Man open, here is Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Garoppolo. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Peterson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run with McKissick.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Now it's Peterson. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing now is Geno.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now it's Smith. And a catch right side by Evans.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now Geno on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again is Smith.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down and around the 22. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll give up the middle to Akers. Taken down at the 42. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Geno. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Again, Smith. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 50, it's Smith. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Bryan Edwards, 50 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Garoppolo now.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. Touchdown, Panthers. Zay Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now Smith. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Garoppolo's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They will run it. It's McKissick. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the Panthers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Smith. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Smith.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Smith, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Smith.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. Now Smith.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation